So you're looking at doing some upgrades to your audio system, huh? Before you do that, I really recommend you watch this video. Hey guys, I'm Gene Delasala with Audioholics, and today I want to talk to you about upgrade-itis, or getting your next level of components in audio or video for your 2-channel system or for your home theater system. So before you guys do the upgrade, I really recommend you do the following in order actually, just to determine if you really need to do the upgrade in your system to improve, quote, improve the audio or video quality. So the first thing I would suggest to you guys is make sure you have a good room setup. Make sure you follow our guidelines on speaker placements, on room acoustics, and on your seating placement. I can't tell you how many times I've been to people's houses that have really good equipment and they have their speakers all up at the front wall, or they just have bad placement of their speakers. They have bookshelf speakers towards the floor, or they're using all-in ceiling speakers in a 5.1 system, which is a no-no, especially for the front 3 LCRs. And then I've been to other people's homes that go and they spend 20, 30 grand on a pair of speakers, and they've got glass walls, sliding doors, tile floors. The room sounds like an echo chamber just walking into it. So imagine if you go from a $20,000 pair of speakers to a $50,000 pair of speakers, you're not going to get a benefit of spending all that extra money if you have bad room acoustics. And then the other thing to consider is, what are you really looking to do? Are you looking to get more power? Is your system lacking in dynamics? Are you lacking in bass? Sometimes people choose the wrong upgrades. You know, I know the temptation's there when a new receiver comes out, for example, and you've got, let's say, the Denon 6400, and now the 6500 model came out, and it's got Alexa home integration built in, or it's got, you know, some latest streaming app built in. Are you really going to take the loss of taking a $2,000 receiver, selling it on eBay for $1,000, and then going to spend $2 grand to get basically the same product that only has an incremental change? That's not a good way to spend your money. That $1,000 would be way better served on getting a second subwoofer into your system, because you're going to notice a way bigger impact in your home theater system if you're only running one sub, when you go from one sub to 2 subs. Now, when I talk about doing multi-sub, I'm not talking about putting a subwoofer on each side of your center channel like you see in a lot of people's setups. That's not multi-sub, because that's really acoustically a single sub because they're so close together. So when you do multi-sub, you really need to work on your placement following our guidelines where we recommend strategic subwoofer locations in your room. So anyways, if you do a multi-subwoofer system, make sure you get the placement correct in your room. That's really vital. And then when you're looking at maybe changing your amplifier, if you already have a good 200 watt by 5 amplifier, you're not going to get a whole lot of benefit going to 300 watts. You're only going to get a dB or so more of headroom. You really need to at least double your power to get 3 dB to get a noticeable volume increase if you need that kind of power. So guys, don't just randomly run out and buy the newest model. You know, I know people that buy Apple products, they have to go and get the new iPhone when the new iPhone comes out, when they have a perfectly good iPhone to begin with. And let's not forget about the fact that there is a used market. There are companies that also, like Onkyo, for example, they sell blowouts on their receivers on their web. You could get a $2,000 receiver from Onkyo for $600–700 once the new model comes out. So don't always upgrade to the latest and greatest. When Andrew Jones comes out with a new $500 bookshelf speaker to replace the one he came out with last year, you're not getting a quantum leap forward in technology. I mean, speaker technology doesn't change that often for companies to go out and refresh their product lines every year. So just keep that in mind. I know that there's a frenzy kind of to want to upgrade, but take an assessment of what you have now, see what you think is missing in your system. And sometimes, and many times actually, what's missing in your system is proper placement, proper room acoustics. Get your setup right first. Follow our guidelines in our videos and our articles before you run out and buy new equipment. And then if you're trying to determine whether you want to jump from a receiver to separate, so you want to add an amplifier to your existing receiver, we actually have an article, and I'll link it down below, that you take out and you fill out a chart for all the points to see if you're a good candidate to go up to a separate amplifier from your existing receiver, to see if your system will really benefit from that. So I hope this helps you guys, and the last thing I'd like to say is never waste a lot of money on cables. Unless you're just doing it for audio jewelry, you're not going to get significant changes in sound quality with your cables, regardless of the stuff you see on YouTube from other channels or from other websites that usually have no science base at all. It's all based on marketing fluff and feelings. Save your money on the cables. Get basic good cables from a Blue Jeans or a Monoprice, or from any of the modestly priced cable companies out there. Get yourself decent cables that work and be done with the cables, and focus on your placement of your system, your room acoustics, multi-sub, and getting everything calibrated right. So guys, last thing I want to tell you, don't forget about our Patreon channel at patreon.com/audioholics. You get access to content before it goes on the YouTube or before it goes on Audioholics. We could also do one-on-one consulting stuff. There's a lot of benefits to becoming a patron. And don't forget, we have our ebooks and webinars if you need more guidance on that. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like it and thumb it up so we get the access to go around YouTube. YouTube changed their policy now that unless you're a big corporation, they're not going to go and share these videos like they used to. So you really got to like it and help us reach a wider audience. So I hope this little video helped you before you run out and spend $2 or $3 grand on a new product. Think, and until next time, keep listening.